Greetings, Bill Hinkle here, your state representative from the 13th District. Thanks for joining me today in the House of Representatives here in Olympia, Washington. So we're now in week 5 of the legislative session, and the issue of health care is coming to the forefront. As you know, a U.S. District Court judge recently threw out a new federal health care law. Obamacare is overturned by 2 states now. He said, this last one in particular, said that the individual mandate which requires people to buy health insurance is unconstitutional. He also said the entire law has to be overturned now. Now that puts us in a spot. There's other lawsuits again that have, been in favor of this, a couple that actually have been in favor of the law. In the meantime, here we are in the state trying to figure out what do we do. Now understand that in particular, the state's concerns is different than the federal concern. If I was a congressman, I'd be trying to overturn this bill, but I'm not. I'm a state legislator, and we here are trying to protect you at home. We're trying to measure the risk for health care reform. We're trying to figure out, really where we go from here. I have some ideas that I've talked to the governor about, and tonight I'm going to be meeting not only with the governor, but also the U.S. Secretary of Health and Human Services, Kathleen Sebelius. And we plan to discuss some ideas I have, in particular dealing with risk pool and how we can keep costs lower as we see the implementation of health care reform. It has real potential to really destroy our private market and make it unaffordable for anybody. I really don't support Obamacare, as you know. I've made that pretty clear throughout campaign and through my time here in this session. And while some parts offer some opportunities, there's also significant risks that I'm trying to make everybody aware of down here. Let's not forget that we've been in a situation before. Back in 1993, when we just had the rumor of health care reform from the Clinton White House, it didn't quite pan out. And we went ahead and moved ahead too quickly. I think that's the point we want to make sure of, that we don't move too quickly. That as Obamacare has an uncertain future, and it's uncertain whether it'll even fund it if it does stay in play, we're not sure what will happen as far as how much money will come to the states, how does that money flow, will it deal with the costs that are going to be ensued here as citizens of the state of Washington. In the end, my hope is that we, no matter what happens with health care reform, we come up with some real reforms that we've been pushing for a while, and we're starting to get some traction on, hopefully, that really provide health care that's affordable for you and your families. So our state really needs to think about above and beyond, I guess, what's promised us by the federal government. Make sure that we move deliberately, that we have a transparent process, that the people are involved in it, and if not, we could end up with some huge risks, and I'd rather look for good opportunities instead. Well, that's all the time I have today. If you could ever, if you ever have an issue you want to talk to me about, I encourage you to give a call. My information will be provided below. And again, thanks for joining me today in Olympia. I'm Bill Hinkle, your state representative from the 13th District again. We'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.